So what about lab testing over the years? What kind of blood work have you had done and what has that been showing?
So I've done a few labs here and there. I had some recently done the other just because I was looking at some kidney stuff because people are asking about that, and it's kind of interesting. Um, Despite eating, gosh, some days 3, 4, 5, 600 grams of protein, and some days I've eaten 6 pounds of meat every day for 4 or 5 years. Um, Kidney function perfect. I mean, it's just kind of interesting. It's kind of interesting because you look at it. You have to be able to understand the labs. And when you look at like renal function, for instance, and I just put up a video on this on my YouTube channel, um, I looked at, the standard estimated glomerular filtration rate and creatinine. And usually you see if you have more muscle mass, if you're doing hard exercise and breaking down a lot of muscle, or if you're eating a high protein diet, your creatinine will go up and your GFR will commence, will reflexively go down. It's based on calculation. But I went ahead beyond that and I did something called a cystatin C, which is another way of assessing glomerular filtration rate, which is independent of how much protein you have in your body via muscle or how much you break down. And that showed my glomerular filtration rate at 118, which is completely, absolutely 100% normal. And I went even further. I looked at microalbumin to see if there was any microalbumin, and that was completely within the normal range. No spill with that. My liver function tests have always been perfect. Seen no evidence whatsoever. I checked inflammation markers. They were well below one on C-reactive protein the times I've checked it. Um, I did my heart scan, coronary artery calcium scan several years into this to see if there was any kind of evidence of coronary vascular disease. Perfect zero, no coronary plaque whatsoever. And this is after, actually about, a whole lifetime of eating meat and, 4 or 5 years of eating a high fat ketogenic diet, plus, several years of a carnivore diet in that mix. So we didn't see that. Cholesterol was, marginally a little bit high. I mean, my total cholesterol was like 190. Nothing too exciting, quite honestly. I mean, my triglycerides were like 53, just super low. So I've, you know, and I see, it's more than just mine. I've seen literally thousands of people's labs now because I literally am a data collection point for thousands of people sending me their data and information that we keep. And I just see the same patterns over and over again. It's improvements in blood glucose, typically improvements in inflammation, improvements in triglycerides. HDL often goes up. Total cholesterol sometimes will go up, sometimes it'll go down. It's kind of variable depending on the person. That's a kind of typical pattern we see.